Moin, I'm Catherine, and I'm still in bed with Laura Zak, which is super exciting.
For me as well. Moin. I'm learning new words.
Yes, we're teaching her new
Yes.
words. We just did a book talk about Tell the Wolves I'm Home, so I'm going to link that in the corner. Watch that.
And we're going to do another book talk.
We're going to do another book talk about What I Love by Siri Hustvedt. But the most important thing for this interview is that we are at El Beach Festival. You wouldn't have guessed.
Proof.
I mean, proof.
Yeah.
If we would open the window, but right now there's no party. Usually there's a party going on outside all the time, but it's raining.
It's a beautiful rainy day on the beach.
And you are here to present some short films.
Yes, later on today, we are screening 2 short films by the same director, a friend of mine, Lisa Donato, and the first one's called Spunkle, and the second one is called Foxytrot, and she wrote and we filmed them about 2 years apart. Mm-hmm. The first one, Spunkle, I play a married lesbian woman who she and her wife want to start a family, mm-hmm. and so we ask my wife in the film's brother for his sperm. Mm-hmm. So Spunkle, the title is like sperm and uncle together. Okay. So basically ask him to become the sperm donor / uncle. And it's a cute, quirky little comedy short film. And then the second film is based on a real experience that Lisa and her wife had, mm-hmm. where they lived in Texas for a while, and they went as a same-sex couple, obviously, to a beginner ballroom dance class. Mm-hmm. And in the dance class, the instructor only spoke in terms of men and women, mm-hmm. instead of leads and follows. And the couple had to figure out who was the lead and who was the follow. And it created this sort of power struggle or like dynamic of figuring out what that means in a queer couple. And so it's a short film about that.
Okay.
And so I play one of the women in the couple.
That sounds so interesting.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to watching them later.
Oh, thanks. Are you going to be done with your filming by then?
We actually arranged our timetable to
my gosh. See, we could have just kept going right till then and walked over together.
Yes, damn.
We're just bonding hard.
I'm just going to cancel all our
days. Just clear the schedule.
And
then we'll go to the water park, because that's one thing I haven't done yet.
You haven't done?
Jen told me I needed to do was ride that slide.
I haven't been there.
She said it's incredible that it made her feel like a child. It's a pretty impressive looking water slide.
I don't even have a bathing suit with me.
Well,
you do? Because Jen told you.
I have 2.
You have 2?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, perfect.
We
have our plans.
we have our evening figured out.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Nothing like an evening water slide. Yeah.
Is it open?
Yeah, I think it's right near where all the parties happen.
Okay.
I'm already an expert at El Beach.
I can see even better than me, and I'm here for the 3rd year now. I mean,
I've had a lot of people helping me, though.
Okay.
A lot of hand-holding, so that makes sense, yeah.
And I actually know one of the persons who's guiding you around, so I know that you're in good hands.
She's wonderful, yeah. Everyone's been really nice.
That leads us to the first typical In Bed With interview question.
Okay.
What happened last night?
Oh, last night I went to the main stage, or the main tent, mm-hmm. where they have all the big concerts and dancing, and I was interviewed on stage by a burlesque performer
from Switzerland
named Coco. I'm forgetting her last name, but she was lovely, and she had a very beautiful dress on that revealed her bum, mm-hmm. in burlesque style. Not that I was looking, and
nobody. I mean, they took a picture of a tattoo on her buttock, so I think everybody saw that now.
Yeah, I mean, it was there to be appreciated, and yeah, that was really fun, but a little bit intimidating because there was quite a large crowd there.
Yeah.
But yeah, spoke to the audience. Everyone was really nice, and then listened to some music, and I mean, I didn't have too crazy of a night. I was back in my hotel room by like 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you go to any party? Did you do some dancing?
I did Thursday night go to the opening dance party. Was that the one that you said you were at?
I haven't been to any party yet.
Okay.
I was reading.
Cool.
But tonight.
But I also have been reading this week as well, just by the pool, because the hotel has a really nice pool.
Oh, it has.
So, yeah. So It has like a heated pool and a hot tub and a sauna. So I've been doing a lot of reading in there.
Nice.
It's been very nice.
That's really nice. That's actually a holiday.
Yeah, it's been a proper holiday. It's like I'm here for work, but
nice.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Well, we just asked. Where are you going to sleep? You're going to sleep here tonight, like at the Hell Beach Festival. No, the other room, please. This is Sophia's room.
Yeah, I'm sleeping here tonight. Yeah.
Have you? I mean, this is because you're an actress. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we just talked about. You're also a writer, aren't you?
I'm a writer. Yes. Yeah.
But
a producer.
And a producer.
Yeah.
So the question: have you ever been filmed in bed before?
Yes.
Yes. Answers itself.
Quite a few times. Often. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering if there is there a bad scene, like a really bad scene in her story?
No, actually, I say it's been a few times, but all of them were in my first web series hashtag. Mm-hmm. So I don't think...
Can you watch that on the internet freely, or do you have to...
You can watch, I believe, 1 or 2 of the episodes on YouTube, and then the rest are still on Telefilms, which requires a small subscription. Okay. But the rest of that series lives there. And so that's where the scripted dramatic bed scenes happened. But I also was interviewed in bed one other time. I'm so sorry. I just heard it as I can. You're not my first. I'm so sorry.
I have to leave the room and cry.
But one other time.
Whoever did that?
There's a queer comedian in the States called Bridget McManus. Okay. And she does an interview series called In Bed with Bridget, I believe.
Okay.
And so
For how long?
It was really short. We didn't talk about books.
No, but I mean, for how long is she doing that?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Bridget, did you steal that from me?
Oh my gosh, I did not mean to create intercontinental.
I mean, the idea isn't that new.
No, it's wonderful. Yeah, I wasn't meaning to
no, I didn't understand it that way at all.
Okay, good.
No. But it's still sad that I'm not your first interview.
Yeah.
It's a little bit sad.
But this is the best
quality.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Are you a morning person?
Yes and no. I think I'm becoming more so of one. I definitely am more productive in the morning. Mm-hmm. Like I'm sort of useless at night when it comes to getting work done or writing or anything like that. I think I inherited from my mom the inability to have a poker face when I'm tired. Like I just wear my exhaustion, which isn't that great for acting. But at nighttime, I can read, but not really be super active. So the morning when I need to get something done, I'll usually get up early and do it in the early morning. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel you're less disrupted, and distracted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
That's what I feel.
Yeah.
If you could choose any screenwriter on Earth, who should write you into a film?
Wow.
Who should base a character that's meant for you to play?
I mean, it depends on what. It depends so much on if it was going to be a dark film or a drama or the comedy version. I feel like you could take.
I mean, it's your fantasy. It's your choice. It can be whatever you want.
I mean, ultimately, I'd like to write it. That would be my first choice.
But you already did that with her story.
Yeah, but I mean, I can keep going. I feel like I can escalate. But
so you want to write your own character?
Yeah, I would. But there are, I don't know, I kind of there's so many friends of mine who are, I feel like I'm right now working in circles of queer creatives who are all very talented, and I'm really excited for everyone to kind of ascend in their careers in a parallel way to one another. So I feel like I would, more so than someone who's already accomplished and famous as a screenwriter, it'd be nice to have someone who actually knows me as a human, and then also could have the third, have the distanced perspective on me that I wouldn't be able to have myself, but still know me. So maybe Jen. Yeah.
That's
or like
perfect answer.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Jen Richards.
Let's just go with it. Jen Richards.
Yeah.
Which I interviewed last year here at El Beach Festival, and I'm also going to link that video in the corner.
It was a lovely interview.
I'm still like, let's just take the 3 seconds to say the room was packed with people who were sitting in on the interview, and we were like all sitting there with open mouth, and we were just, please don't stop talking, please don't stop talking.
That's very much the typical experience of experiencing Jen in her power. Like she's incredibly articulate and insightful and charismatic, and it's very fun. Like when we were doing all of the press for her story, it was so fun to do interviews with her and to play off of each other, but also just to kind of like watch her work. Just kind of be there as a fan in that way too. But she's the best.
Super exciting. I'm just going to skip a few questions to come to the ones I read. Do you write in bed? Like, do you have a laptop? And
Yes, I wish I didn't as much. I need to get a better situation for my posture. I don't have like a really nice desk situation, and right now I'm a staff writer on a show, so I go into a writer's room, so I do a lot of the writing there. But in terms of working on my own writing, it's usually on a couch or a bed. But I'm hoping to change that. Yeah. Also, I want to make the bed a little bit more of a sacred space just for rest. So
funny enough, we've been talking about that with Jen, because she has sleeping problems, and like that it's like sleeping hygiene do not work.
And to try not to have the screens, all things that I intend, but haven't really succeeded at yet.
Then the pressure is just not that bad until now. So like the pressure isn't high enough. You will change it the moment it becomes too much.
Thank you. Thanks for your belief.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Speaking of your bed, what things lie in or around your bed?
Well, I have 2 small dogs who are always in the bed with me. One of them, they're 2 like Chihuahua Terrier mixes, and one of them sleeps under the covers. Okay. So a lot of times they're like, while we're sleeping, they're spooning me in some way. There are books within reach, my journal.
You write a journal?
Yeah, I try to be as prolific as I can with it.
Okay.
But, and I notice too that the times when I'm not writing in my journal as much, there's something wrong or something that I'm not wanting to look at. So usually it's helpful to like force myself
to write,
to have that practice in order to really know what's going on in my life. But yeah, the journal, the books, usually my phone is there, the dogs, probably some clothes. It can be a little bit messy sometimes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Top 3 people you would not mind being caught in bed with by the paparazzi.
Oh.
Nobody says there's been going on anything been going on. But
it could just be like in bed as friends.
Exactly. But the paparazzi comes along and catches you in there. And you wouldn't be embarrassed by it.
Well, I mean, my longest crush has been, which I think this is kind of typical of especially queer women of a certain age, especially in the US. I don't know if it carries over to Germany, but
I'll tell you in a second.
I was very into Dana Scully, aka Gillian Anderson. No? The X-Files?
Yeah, but no.
Okay, so Gillian Anderson, I think, was a root.
Well, at least not me.
Right, but like, is that a thing? Like, do you know?
Yeah, is it a thing in Germany?
No, okay. That honestly makes me feel better because I feel very unoriginal about it in the States because
I think you were like more Jodie Foster or I was Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But she is wonderful, and I think she was, that character was really like a formative, like a strong woman FBI agent character for a lot of young girls. And I like submitted an audition tape when I was 12 to this show on MTV called Fanatic because I was such a big fan of Gillian Anderson, but I didn't realize that I loved her in that way yet.
Yeah.
And it was not accepted. But yeah, so she would be one of them. I feel like more recently, I mean, Janelle Monáe right now is killing it with like her new videos. I don't know if you've seen The Way You Make Me Feel in Pink, like her new, oh my gosh, you have to watch them. They're incredible. Okay. And Tessa Thompson, this actress who's rumored to also be Janelle's girlfriend right now, is like in the videos with her. So maybe like with both of them. Yeah. And then also maybe there's a lot of like pairings I'm thinking of, like the gay couple in Sense8. Either of the gay couples in Sense8. Do you watch that show?
No, I watched the first episode and I didn't get that much into it. So,
yeah, it's a little bit of that's a slow burn as well.
But has it also been cancelled now?
Yeah, but they're coming out with a feature film to wrap it up because there was such a backlash from the fans. Yeah. Because it's such a high budget show that I don't think it was sustainable for Netflix to continue it, but it had such a loyal, intense fan base that they're doing a film to finish it. But there's a queer woman couple and a queer male couple that are both so amazing and sexy. Either of them. And then also, I know you only said 3.
That's okay, go on.
But also, Timothy Chalamet and Archie Hammer from Call Me By Your Name. Did you see that film this past year? It's this gay couple that I would like to be caught in bed with them, but as their characters. Okay. But like, I just want to like be there and like watch them and be like, carry on. Like, don't mind me being a creep, but like, you're beautiful.
I'll have to watch it now. Yeah. To know what you're talking about, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of homework from that. I think so. Like, I'll make a list for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Please. Yes. That's super interesting because a lot of people have such difficulties answering that question, and we also have like a similar question like, who would you invite for a sleepover pajama? Because this was more the answer for the pajama party.
Yeah, and a lot of my answers. That would be a very nice pajama party. Yeah, and a lot of my answers were more like characters that the people play. I think that makes it feel less creepy to me because I don't want to be like, yeah, I want those actual people to be in my bed. You know, it feels a little lecherous.
That's so interesting because like we already confessed in the first interview that I have like a crush on you, like, but it's a typical thing because I don't know you as a person. I just saw you on TV, so I love that you make the distinction. Because
but I mean,
I know that I don't have a crush on you,
right?
Like now I have, but before
you didn't know until now.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah.
I like the quotes. Yeah, I had a crush on you.
But I love that distinction that
that's the thing, and it's natural. Yeah. It's okay. Like I think that's a type, and actually in the book that we just talked about, Tell the Wolves I'm Home, there's one passage where the narrator is talking about the different types of love that we have. Yes. And how like you can have a type of love, you know, there's romantic love and the love you have for your parents and the love you have for your favorite actor, for your favorite band. Like, that's still true. Like, the feeling is true. But yeah, it just, I think before you've actually met the person, it's so much more about yourself and the projection of like what that person is bringing out in you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the distinction. Yeah, I think a lot of people just don't get that. They just can't separate the actor from the role they're playing.
Right.
So I really think that's an important distinction. Did you have an item as a kid that you needed for sleeping?
I had a little pack of that my mom gave me of worry dolls. Did you ever know of these? They were from some sort of like world market type store. I don't know if they were originally South American or African, but they're these tiny little, like this big wire dolls with like fabric around them, and then you put them in a little pouch. And well, first you take them out and you whisper your worries to them, and then you put them in the pouch and put them under your pillow, and they're supposed to take your worries. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, we all should. We should bring these back.
Absolutely.
Worry dolls. Yeah, I'm sure there's a culturally appropriating aspect about it now. If I were, yeah, it was sort of a beautiful concept, and so I would always sort of like whisper into them, you know, whatever I was stressed about. And I always like throughout my childhood had an irrational fear. Like I didn't lose my virginity till very late, but I had like in that whole time an irrational fear of early pregnancy, of like teen pregnancy, even though I wasn't having sex.
Yes.
So like I would talk to my worry dolls about being so scared about getting pregnant early. But yeah.
Is that also a problem because a lot of we also have the problem in Germany, but I think German kids get, what's the English word for aufklären?
Sex education.
Yeah.
Sex education.
Sex education.
Oh, I believe it's sex education.
No, it's okay. I was you. I
love
was
it.
looking for like that sex education in America can be very, very bad.
And it comes a little too late. I think
that's exactly what I mean. So that you like up to an age where you shouldn't be worried about it anymore because you know what's happening.
Yeah. And I was worried, like, you know, a lot of times in young childhood, we have experiences with peers where there's like exploration or showing each other like your body, and not in a like never to an extreme that was like having sex or anything. But I think in my young brain it was like, oh, was that thing I did, like is there gonna be like, is that how you get pregnant?
But that's so strange that you wouldn't explain that before doing the showing each other.
Well, I don't think either of us knew like that this is
strange.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of that kind of confusion about bodies before you know how it works.
Yeah.
And there was no one really explaining it until, for us, it's like 7th grade, which feels very late. That's right before high school.
It's much too late. It's especially very much too late in terms of abuse, like child abuse.
Exactly.
Because you have to teach children
what's
okay and what's not
autonomy
okay.
And exactly. So.
And so you have to make them understand why it's not okay.
Right.
So, second to last question. This is our L Beach question. This is our political. I mean, we have had a lot of talk now, but this is our political question, and it's very complicated formulated because we try to always have like the bad theme in the question. So bear with me.
Okay,
bear with me. What do you want to tell people who think they have the right to judge who you share your bed with?
I feel like I would probably just want to engage them in a conversation of what it is about whoever it is they share their bed with, or the people they want to share their bed with. Like, talk to them like, so what is it that you look for in someone you'd want to share your bed with? And like, talk about the qualities, like the positive qualities of what they would look for, and then sort of engage in a way of like, me too, or like,
that's
you know, someone like kind, or who like, you know, touches you in this way, you know, and is like gentle, and whatever it is, whether we're talking like about personalities or more like sexually or whatever it is, like just kind of try to show more the synapses of what is similar.
Yeah.
And then hopefully that would help us arrive to a place where it's not as simplistic as like...
And maybe easier to understand for the other person what it means for you to be with the person you want to be with.
Right. Yeah, hopefully.
I love that answer.
Thanks.
Last question.
Okay.
Which monster?
It has drawings.
Yes. Kelly did them actually.
Beautiful.
Yeah. You know that question from the interview you watched. Which monster?
Oh, the monster question.
Which monster sleeps under your bed?
Oh, that one feels like the deepest question.
It is,
because it's sort of like there are strata. There's like ways I could answer. It's like, how honest do I want to be? Yeah. I think. I think for many creative types and artists, like one monster that's always lurking is like the imposter syndrome feeling like you are not going to meet your own expectations or the expectations of whatever the industry or the work that you are in, and that that like when you finally do the thing and create the thing, it won't be as great as you imagined in your head. And so, which I think is what stops people from even trying, is that fear. So I definitely, have that and walk with that. And thankfully I have, a support system and a group of creatives that help me through that and try to have my own discipline. But, we all we struggle with that at different moments. Yeah.
Thank you so much for this.
Yes,
we're going to keep on talking in the next video, so watch that too. But we're going to say bye to you for this video. Bye. Moin, I'm Catherine, and today I'm in bed with Laura Zak.
Hi.
So we are here to talk about a book I love very, very much. It's called
Tell the Wolves I'm Home by Carol Rifka Brunt.